If you've ever felt guilty for not sticking to a routine, if you've started a new habit with all the best intentions only to fall off a few weeks later, if you've told yourself over and over again, I just need to be more consistent, today's conversation might blow your mind and free you from years of unnecessary shame.
Hello, and welcome to 52 Weeks of Flow, the podcast that delves into the depth of human potential and the transformative power of flow. On this show, we talk about peak performance, flow, energy, and bridge the gap between science and woo-woo. Through authentic stories and real-life examples, my guests and I will help you dive into your superpowers and create your next level of success. My name is Bea-Marie Aning, neuroscience geek, flow enthusiast, and your guide to rewilding yourself. I'm on a mission to raise the frequency of the planet by supporting you to untame yourself and step into your flow.
Welcome back to 52 Weeks of Flow, where we explore the art and science of living in alignment with your highest potential. And today we're going to dismantle one of the biggest myths in personal growth and performance. The idea that consistency means doing the same thing every day for the rest of your life in the same way without fail. Ooh, I'm here to tell you that module was never made for women's bodies. And if you've been trying to force yourself into it, it might actually be killing your magnetism. We've been sold the idea that consistency equals discipline equals success. That if we don't show up in exactly the same way every single day, we're somehow failing. But the truth is, this module is based on the old masculine productivity paradigm, one that assumes a linear, unchanging energy pattern. It was designed during the industrial age for factory workers and military structures, and later adopted by the personal development industry. And for women whose biology, hormones, emotions, and energetic cycles are designed to change, this module is a magnetism killer. It forces us to overwrite our natural rhythm, disconnect from our body's wisdom, and live in constant self-criticism. I remember when I started my first business, I was always confronted with people telling me, I have no idea how you run your business. How can you run your business like that? I was confronted with being lazy, even though I unconsciously followed my cycle. I followed my natural productivity. So when I started my coaching business, I tried to run it like a corporate machine because those people were in my head. Monday, content creation, Tuesday, client calls, Wednesday, admin and sales. And I would force myself to stick to this rhythm, even if my body was screaming for rest and my inspiration was nowhere to be found. In my first business, I didn't know because it was unconscious, but I was actually doing the right thing. It worked. People didn't know how. I didn't know how, but it worked. But for some reason, I thought now that this coaching business, it's somehow different. So I need to do it differently, and I need to follow the rules. Sure, I got things done, but I felt more and more drained. My creativity shrank, my energy felt heavy, and I started resenting the very work I had loved so much, why I started this. It wasn't until I gave myself permission to follow my own cycles again that things changed, when I consciously dipped into my cycle. I started noticing which weeks I felt magnetic and outward, perfect for launches and live calls, and which weeks I needed more internal work, like creation and integration. And suddenly, I was showing up more fully than ever before without burning out. I'm going to give you a short run through of the biological reality. Women's hormonal cycles operate roughly in a 28-day rhythm. Menstrual, follicular, ovulatory, and luteal phases. And each phase brings different levels of energy, focus, and social capacity. The energetic truth. Magnetism thrives in alignment with expansion and contraction cycles. Just like nature, day and night, seasons, tides, your energy has phases of output and phases of restoration. And then there is the nervous system factor. Forcing output when your system is in a restorative phase creates stress signals that actually repel opportunities. Staying in rhythm allows your body to maintain coherence, which keeps your magnetic signal strong. So what I've learned through the past 20 years in business, consistency isn't about identical action. It's about devotion to your energy. It's about showing up for yourself in a way that respects where you are in your cycle, whether it's high energy or it's deep integration, whether you are still menstruating or not. In, for example, a high energy week, consistency might mean posting daily and hosting events and going out there, going to networking events, meeting people, etc. In a low energy week, consistency might mean keeping your core rituals alive, like breath work, grounding, reflection, and letting the rest just simmer. This isn't laziness. This is energetic mastery. I want to give you some practical steps to create a magnetic consistency. First, cycle mapping. This is so important. Track your menstrual, or if you're not menstruating anymore, track the moon cycle for 3 months. Notice patterns in energy, mood, and your magnetism. Like, you can actually track that. And align outward facing activities with high energy phases. This is also what you're going to learn in Magnetic Me. We're going to talk a lot about this because it is so important. Do weekly energy check-ins. Ask yourself a lot of questions and, for example, ask, where am I in my cycle? What does my body need to maintain magnetism this week? What does my body need to maintain a certain frequency? What do I need right now to stay in my power? And then also anchor rituals. Like, choose 2 or 3 core practices you keep no matter what, like breathing, your grounding breath. For example, also movement. Those are things that we do daily. We walk around, that is movement, but do it consciously, do it intentionally. You can also do journaling or going out in nature, creating a heart connection. Like, create 2 or 3 of those core practices that you can keep in whatever kind of state you're in. And I touched on this before, but this is where Magnetic Me ties in beautifully. We don't ask you to follow someone else's idea of success. We help you discover your unique energetic blueprint, your personal rhythm of output and restoration, and then build your magnetism around it. And when you live this way, you stop battling yourself. Your energy feels steady and you naturally attract the people, projects, and opportunities that match your rhythm. So if you have been pushing yourself to go out there, to show up, and if you've been punishing yourself for not being consistent with it, consider this to be your permission slip to redefine the word entirely. Like, consistency doesn't mean doing the same thing every day. It means showing up in harmony with yourself every day. And if you want to go deeper into uncovering and activating your magnetic rhythm, Magnetic Me is where we do exactly that. The link is in the show notes. Your rhythm is your power, and your power is magnetic. Okay, so if this episode lit you up, gave you goosebumps, or made you shout yes at your headphones, you know what to do. Tell me. I want to hear your biggest aha, the line you're going to write on a post-it, the shift you're already feeling. Like, pop it in the comments or send me a DM. I'm here for it. And hey, let's spread this magnetism far and wide. Leave me a 5-star rating. It would mean the absolute world to me. Drop a quick review, smash the subscription button, and ding the bell so you're the first in line when the next episode lands. It's gonna be just one more for this season, so stay bold, stay brilliant, and keep that magnetic field turned all the way up. You're unstoppable when you're in your flow. So keep shining, keep learning, keep growing, and keep flowing.